Now I'm heading to Bozeman because I had a bronze colored a particular patina, and I'm going to go check on it right now. And as you can see, you can't even see the mountains. There's so much smoke in the valley today, and that's because of all the fires that are surrounding us. You can barely see those hills over there. So anyway, we're trying out a new patina. It's a rust patina. It's a rust patina, and I thought it was just a little light, so he's going to darken it up with a little more red, make it look a little more terracotta in color. Anytime we do something new and different, it takes a little experimenting, don't it, Isaac? Alright, we just finished it, at least we think we have. The thing about this rust patina, that as it dries or cools off, and we got a fan on it right now, it will have a tendency to lighten up a little bit, and so we're going to wait and see what it looks like before we make a decision to base it up, and then I take it home and photograph it. But I like the rust patina. It looks like clay.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of people tell me they like the clay, but they not necessarily like the bronze look. They like it when it's in clay. I think that would look good on some of my pieces.
Yeah, yeah. But again, if it gets handled over the years,
yeah.
The highlights and darken a little more. It's really neat.
And the thing is, you don't put any wax or anything on it to seal it, which is kind of interesting. But that's because you want that flat terracotta look to it, and as people touch it, it will get darker in places where they touch it, which makes it kind of cool too. I think it looks good. Thanks, Isaac.
No problem.
I was heading home from the Foundry and came across this. This is Ted Turner's ranch. He's the used to be the owner of CNN. I don't think he is anymore. And these are his buffalo that he raises for meat. Well, there's a real big buffalo right there. No, I guess it wasn't. It was just a combination of a couple of buffaloes to make up a big one. Just a little further down the road, and look at all the buffalo on the side of that hill. Now, when my great-great-grandfather came out in the 1840s, they had buffalo herds that would take days for them to just pass by. Okay, I've just gotten back from the Foundry, and I'm going to try to put a little time into this. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do because it's getting really late in the afternoon, but I wanted to get at least a start. I've got my pictures, the ones I need for now, which are just for the horse, printed out. And I can tell you right now, by looking at the size of this board, I've got to take this off this board and put it on a bigger board. I don't know if I've got one in the back. If I don't, I'll have to do that tomorrow. But up until tomorrow, I can at least position his legs so that I can get them to match the positioning of the legs in this horse here. This is a true form armature that I'm using, and I've painted the bones, which are actually resin, and I've painted them the same color as clay. You can do that if you've got a clay color or clay that you use that has a particular color. Take a sample to a hardware store where they sell paint, and just give them a sample of the clay, and they match the color. It's really easy, and you can get a little small, pint, and it'll last you probably forever. I started this as a Geronimo's piece and horse, and Geronimo was going to sit on it, but and he was going to be going downhill, but I decided to change that because I'm not going to do Geronimo. Anyway, this is a true form horse armature here, and minus the mounting bracket and all that, or the mounting system, but that's the same thing that I'm using, and just so you know what it looks like, I'll put up a video, or I'll put a link to a video where I show you how to mount this and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do right now is basically get busy on this. Okay, I found the board. It's actually one of the boards. Get over here. It's one of the boards that the horse comes on, which is a big board. And I think it's big enough for what I need. And I'm going to take this off the base here, which, as you can see, I made this little jig here to change the angle of the horse. And also to raise him above the base. I'll take this and set it aside. Okay, this is the original mount for another one that I've got. I'm going to take this one off of here. Now I'm just going to anchor it down. Now I had the hips shifted a little bit. I'm going to spread out the back legs a little bit like he's okay. Looks about the right angle for the horse. Actually, he's just a little bit higher angle, but I think I'll live with what I got. Now, see what I'm doing is I took the bottom part of the wire and I'm going to connect it to this drywall screw, and that will anchor him really nicely. And I'll just hit it with a little electrician's tape to keep it in place. I'll do some more adjusting as I go along. I'm going to take this tail and bunch it up a little bit and get it out of the way because it's kind of in the way right now. There we go. I kind of like this one picture where she's touching the bottom of the chin of the horse, and the horse's head is turned a little bit so it's not, you know, straight on like this. Let's see how that would look. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now the only weak part of the design is going to be here, but then again she'll be there and that may strengthen out that design a little bit. You got to constantly think of design and views, and this view right here would be dynamite view, just going right up to the horse here like that. It's not going to be a small piece, not by a long shot. Alright, I'm going to adjust the chest muffler a little bit. Everything's changed. There we go. Push that shoulder back just a little bit. That leg. There we go. And that will go down. With the change of the angle of the shoulders and everything, I've got to resculpt this whole part anyway, so this ain't hurting nothing. Forcibly make this shoulder go back a little bit more. There we go. That's better. Because the Western horses were narrow in the chest. They were breeds of Spanish Barb and Cayuses. Spanish horses that were brought over by Cortez, descendants of those, De Soto. All the Spanish explorers used a smaller breed of horse. Alright, that's going to be it for today because I've got to go. It's getting late in the afternoon and I've got to check on the photograph that I took of this bronze and make sure it's okay, and then if it's not, then I've got to be able to come back here and re-photograph it, and I'll do that. I also need to soften up some more clay because I'm going to run out. So I'm going to set my clay on the clay pot and put the lamp on it, and hopefully it'll be soft by morning. So this is the beginning of the beginnings, new beginnings. Yeah, there we go. Had to rearrange that. There's a lot of things I gotta adjust because of change of position and everything. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see how far we get tomorrow. This was a full day, let me tell you. Yeah, I like that.